People, welcome back to PrinceRecy Adventures. Today, I want to give some money advice for young people. So, saving advice, spending advice, and ways to reduce the risk factor. What are the things that you care about most in life at this time? What are some key criteria to consider when making decision about your money? Why is saving important? And what are some strategies to employ when trying to save money? What are some good money decisions, good money habits to have? Think about these questions and then I'll get right into the video. I am not a financial specialist, I'm just a teacher. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Always seek help from financial professionals who are qualified to do so. But everything I say in this video, these are my opinion and things that have worked for me. Start early and save what you can, invest what you can, and give your savings a chance to grow. So like for me, my first savings account, I opened that when I was in grade 3. In grade 3, I had my first savings account. I used to sell like ping pong, like candies in school, and go bank it at the bank, buy some more, sell some more, and just kind of keep turning it. And I've been consistent ever since. Well, I'm not where I want to be, but I've developed a discipline to always trying to put aside something, no matter how small it is. Next advice would be walk around with less cash. Well, we're moving away from cash now, so you see that we're more going to a cashless society. But still, now that you're just walking around with your credit card or your debit card, still avoid impulse buying. It's like you're just walking to the mall with your friend and you're like, oh what, let me just grab some of this, let me just grab some of that. Right, so let's try to avoid impulse buying so that we don't want to spend too much too frequently, right? Take advantage of sales. So end of season sales, out of season. So what I mean by that is, like a lot of times stores like they got Black Friday, Canada Day sale, like different time of the year stores have different sales where they have like 30% off or 50% off, or when like say the spring collection is coming out, so they're trying to sell off some of the older collection. So try to take advantage of sales. Also, I don't want you to keep up too much with the fads. So the brands that like name brand, you got to get the Jordan, you got to get this, you got to get the most expensive of everything. That is kind of like you got to have some, but you don't have to have it all though, right? So you have to have a nice shoes, you have to have some nice jewelry, some nice shirts, but that doesn't mean that every time something new drops you have to go get it. All right, consider opening a TFSA, tax-free savings account, as a tool for saving and investing your money and allowing your money to grow. Start early, save what you can, when you can, and allow your money to grow. Think of this example. So if you say you went away on a vacation and you left the tap in the washroom dripping, well, you didn't know on purpose, but say you left it dripping and you're gone for a week. That one little drop per minute, per day for a week, when you come back, you'll be surprised to see that your entire basement is flooded, right? Even though it was just a little droplet each going per minute or per second, and it accumulates over time. Similarly to like a snowball, when rolling down a hill, starts like a little snowball and it accumulates and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So similarly, these two analogies are of importance when it comes to you trying to save and accumulate for your short-term goal or your long-term goal. So I've spoke about short-term goal and long-term goal in another video, but short-term goal is trying to save up and accumulate some amount of funds for something that you want to do in the short term. So a short-term goal could be like you trying to get some maybe like a new MacBook computer, maybe like a new BMX bike, or something probably that costs within $5,000 or $10,000, or maybe maybe even that amount, $5,000 or $10,000. So you're trying to save that over the short term, right? Maybe going on a little vacation, that could be a short-term goal. Long-term goals are things that you're trying to save up for the long term. So maybe like say going to college and you're now in grade 10 in high school and you're thinking about going to college, university. That could be a long-term goal where you're trying to accumulate funds to pay for your textbooks, your accommodation and dorm. What else you need at college? You're probably going to get some assistance from your family or from student loan or something to cover your school expenses, but also towards saving towards that as well, right? So that could be like a long-term goal. If you're out of school now and you're done with college, now the long-term goal could probably be trying to pay off that student loan, trying to save up for a deposit to get your own apartment, buy some furniture, or trying to save up for get a car, that kind of stuff. Those could be longer term goals. What are some of the common risks that young people face, and what, if anything, can they do to avoid or reduce these risks? Have you done anything to date, whether positive or negative, that might affect your risk factor? Are there other people in your life who may have an impact or effect on your risk factors, whether now or in the future? In summary, we said we want to save what we can when we can, and we want to allow our money to grow. We say that we want to be disciplined with our spending. We just want to save up for big ticket items, avoid frivolous spending, so just spending just for the sake of spending, right? We want to be mindful. We want to reduce our expense, increase our savings. We want to invest some of our money and allow it to grow. We want to reduce our risk factor, so we want to be disciplined, safe when we're out on the roads, especially when we're driving. We want to avoid expensive things. We need to have nice things, but we don't want to have. All right, so let's recap. So in summary, we said that we want to be disciplined, right? So we want to try to ensure that we lower our spending, meaning that we don't want to spend more than we earn. We want to be disciplined, and we want to just buy the necessity. We just don't want to be quick to spend so frequently, right? We also said we want to lower our risk factor. We also say we want to set short-term and long-term goal, meaning that we want to save up and make plans for big spending. I want to wrap up this video by just talking to you about reducing your risk as a young person, mainly in regards to when you become a new driver and you're out on the road, trying to ensure that your insurance is not too high. What do I mean? How do you avoid having high insurance? Well, there are many strategies to employ. Well, you probably could be like a co-sign on like a family's insurance package for your car insurance, but mainly you trying to avoid speeding tickets, avoid accidents, avoid multiple claims, being a safe driver on the road, right? So these, as a young person growing up, these are some of the factors that you got to take into consideration. You want to ensure that you are not a risky person, meaning insurance people don't see you as a high risk, right? Because this is you're starting out here, right? So you're starting out with your credit card. You want to pay off your limits. You want to show them that, hey, see, I'm good at paying off my debt. Now you got your insurance. You want to show them that, see, I'm a good driver. I'm not making lots of claims. And now when you move on now and you want to get your first home, and then you want to get your home insurance and your mortgage, they look at all that and say, oh, see, he's good at paying his debts. So let's give him a lower interest rate. So sometimes it's hard to increase your income. So we have to reduce your spending. That way you can keep more for yourself. So I'm going to give you a few tips as to how you could spend less. So I'll give you about, say, 5 or 6 tips. So one, you need to eat out less. So cut back on eating out less frequently. 2, you want to spend less on your phone plan, like your data plan, your overage, your roaming. You want to cut back on your data plan. 3, your iTunes bill. You want to set a limit for that. I mean, iTunes is not that expensive, but some of the other subscription plans, because you might have like 3 different movie plans that, and you know, not watching so much. Like you could have Netflix, Amazon Prime, which is useful, Hulu, and you might have Spotify, iTunes, Apple Play. So you might have so much going on all at once, which is taking away like $10-15 each every month. So you want to consolidate and use the one that are working for you. Cut back on those subscription plans. One thing that I see kids these days spend a lot of money on is those skip the dishes, Uber Eat, those kind of services where that delivers food for you. Right, I have nothing against them, but you just gotta be conscious of how much you're spending each day and each week just on delivery fees. Next advice would be, we need to have nice things. We just want to ensure that we're not breaking the bank, we're not over budgeting, we're not overspending. So that's why we got to set goals, so we save up to buy some of these things, right? We don't want to go in debt just to have the latest, right? We don't want to be indebted just so we can look cool, right? We got to have short-term goal, long-term goal. We got to be disciplined, we got to be focused, and we got to be determined. PrinceRecy, again, be nice, be kind, be you, big up yourself. See this one here now. I hope this one catch on. Simple. Be nice, be kind, be you. Simple.